Hey there guys, theBolderBoulder here, and today we'll be taking a look at all of the evil brains from the Brain Attack series. And over the course of 2013, I'd collected all of the villains, and I also got my hands on that special Hero Factory Brain Attack Polybag promo little set. And got the black one. So I've got all 8 of the evil brains. Though majority of the time I refer to them as brain parasites, since if you'd seen my review over the polybag, you would see why, because I'll just let you watch that to get a more in-depth explanation. It just seems quite fitting in my opinion. So we'll take a look at the brain parasites individually. So I'll start off by showing you a look at the very special black brain, which has got to be one of my favorites, alongside the one from Dragon Bolt, but I'll get to that in a moment. So here he is. I went into more detail about this guy as a whole in that review over the polybag, but I'll just look over him again. The texture is really nice, and with the good lighting, and now that my camera is focused, I really like that brain texture. Really cool. Unfortunately, a con to these things would have to be their limited usage. There are some other things you could use them for besides just the brain attack villains, but it's kind of hard. But hopefully I can come up with something to use them with. But, one little thing I'd like to point out, if you look at them like this almost looks like the brain stem, and if you just put your fingers on here like this, sort of cover up the legs and spikes and stuff, and hold this down here, it's almost like an actual brain. That almost looks pretty cool. Just see if you could just imagine those off right here, but these are almost like ribs. Wow, that's really interesting. Yeah, I really like that design. Looks real cool. So here's a look at the dark one. Of course, all of them in their exact same mold, though they used different colors. This one having the red eyes and red spikes. I like this guy a lot. You know, blue is my favorite color, so he is nice. And then light blue. Now this one is quite interesting in my opinion. Still has the red eyes. Really nice. So let's move on to the one with the white eyes. The only one with a different color than red. And these ones glow in the dark. Now that is really cool. Like I said, definitely my favorite of all, next to the black one. And it's got more than one color. It's just the most unique out of all of them, and makes it really stand out, and I really like that. And Dragon Bolt's just an awesome set anyway, so this makes it even cooler. So I'll put this back. Here's the dark green one. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Not too much different. I'd imagine this is like the basic evil brain, since it's the one you see on the packaging. The dark green one. I think those were the more common ones, even in the TV show. Then the light green brain parasite. Now I really like this color. It almost seems like it glows in this lighting. Still. So here's the yellow one, and same thing with that, though even more, it almost seems like it glows, and the light can just pass right through it. It looks really nice. And then here's the orange one. I like this color as well. Very interesting. Though it's the one that comes with Bruiser, and Bruiser's not really my favorite set. But I'll go over more of that stuff in part 2. But now I'm going to show you the Krana and Krata compared to one of these evil brains. And I'll show you some similarities I've found and I can think of and everything. So let's get right to that. So with the rest of the evil brains out of the way, here's a look at a Krana and Krata. All green colored, thankfully. So as you can see, extremely larger compared to them, even combined. Oh, that's the very front section sort of looks somewhat similar, even though it's not really a slug creature, unlike the Krata. And the Krana are mask-like, and well, the colors just, I don't know. These evil brain parasites just remind me a lot of these things. They remind me of the Krana in the sense that the being they connect to, they actually have control over. And the Krata, in a way that there's just so many of them and they can travel independently and can just cause all kinds of trouble. And so these things, though, are different because, and similar in ways, you know. They control creatures against their will, basically. They just take over their body, which is why I call them a parasite, because parasites benefit from their hosts. And one other thing I could say is similar to those infected masks the Rahi had. Those, if they took them off the Rahi, for the most part, the Rahi would become docile and would no longer want to attack anyone. And I'd imagine that's the same case for these, made evident by the episode. And maybe the Rahi even helped try to uninfect, I suppose, some of their companions in the Bionicle universe. So, so I'll go back to the entire collection and just finish off this video. So here are all of them. Now here's the Krana and Krata. So overall, in conclusion, I really like these things. Unfortunately, they have limited usage, but like I was saying, there's different ways you could use them. If any of you guys can come up with some good ideas for that, and if you don't mind, please share in the comment section below. I will be very happy to look at those, since I look at pretty much all of the comments and messages you guys send me, either here on YouTube or on any of my social networking pages. So that's all I've got for you guys. Thank you very much for watching, and be on the lookout for part 2. And I'm going to have a lot more videos for you guys in the coming weeks. So, see you again in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.